Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So it's a big science actually. It's just like this. Suppose I am wearing a watch. What am I wearing? I am wearing a watch. Now till I use the watch for seeing the time, if I don't use the watch for seeing the time, it is a piece of metal only, a waste. Correct? The watch depends upon my using it, otherwise it is waste. The similar is a connection between us and Krishna. If Krishna does not look upon us, if Krishna does not use us, we are useless. Unless we are noticed by Krishna, and we cannot serve Krishna forcefully. Yeah, please serve, use me. Unless Krishna is, that is a deeper meaning of part and parcel. It is not that I am being used in Krishna's service. You can't say that. And not only Krishna, the Guru is involved. So the devotees are involved. So unless we are accepted by Krishna, Krishna accepts, suppose, a piece of metal is lying. Watch is nothing but a piece of metal. There's something there. You pick it up, you put on your hand, and you use it. Then watch is a utility. Otherwise, watch is useless. Potentially, watch can be used, but that is only potential property of the watch. But unless I put it on my hand and see time in it, it is not a watch. It is useless actually. So similarly, the soul also, unless it is engaged in Krishna consciousness, it will not take its real property. It is just like a matter of, it has no significance actually. Just like in a mic, suppose there is one screw. Suppose that screw is lost. Now screw is lying on the road. Does it have any value? It is waste. So you will not get one paisa out of that. But when you put to the mic, the screw becomes useful. So I have to use the mic, use the screw, put it to the mic. Otherwise the screw has no value. It is waste. So similarly, we should not just assume, when I am engaged in Krishna consciousness, then not you are engaged. When Krishna accepts. Yes, Krishna accepts. Now this acceptance by Krishna has been given in the stages here. Normal birth, even an animal gets. Father, mother, everybody gets. When an animal gets father and mother, it is not considered very special. Everybody is born in that. Correct? We also got father and mother. Dog also got father and mother. Without father and mother, dog is possible. Possible. Nine also, father is there, mother is there. Correct? True or not? For donkey also, father is there, mother is there. So nothing so special. But what is special is that if we progress from that, and that is called the second birth. Second birth comes when, just like when you are born, yesterday we are developing that point. The father, mother says something. I didn't know that. And learning is going on. Learning doesn't mean I know that. You go to the teacher in the class, teacher says something. I didn't know that. That means you have learned today something. Okay? Before I did not know this. So I am learning. Similarly, father, mother, everybody gets. And they also teach. We see how dogs are teaching their small children how to fight, how to bark. Correct? They teach them how to play. Cat is also teaching a child how to fight, how to bite, how to play, like that. So parents also teach. And when they teach, I didn't know that. So then, next, this is one level. That much animal also learns how to eat, how to sleep, how to mate, how to defend. He learns, and that is taught by their father and mother. In fact, today education is only this much. When you go to schools and colleges, only thing they learn how to eat nicely, how to sleep nicely. Now, finally we are doing, what are the four things common between us and animals? Four things common. eating, correct? And then sleeping. We eating ahara, uta. Nai also does uta. Dog also does, correct? Same. Taste is also same. Then we nidra. Nai also is doing the same. Correct? Satisfaction is santushti, same. Same tushti. Then mating. The dog is running after a she-dog. We are also running. And then defending. We have maybe we board the door. A dog has his teeth. We will show the teeth. He will bark when he wants to run. So these four things are common. And today the education system only teaches us to do these four things. Nice. That's our purpose. It's a purposeless education. Meaningless education. We will learn mathematics, we will learn physics, we will learn so many things. At the end, I will earn some money. What do you do with the money? I will nicely eat, I nicely sleep, I nicely make a night. So therefore Prabhupada says, modern civilization is a polished animal civilization. Because same thing animals are doing, we are doing, but doing in a polished. Just like we give always an example. You are driving a bike. How much speed the bike you can drive? 60 kilometers, 80 kilometers per hour. What speed dog can run? 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers. Small speed dog can run. The same way, we should also understand is that but for what purpose we are going in the bike at 60 kilometers? We should think about that. If you are going for the same purpose that a dog is running, then what is the benefit? So now, when we hear from the Vedic literature, there is no other source of this information. There is the beginning. The beginning of the Vedic information is Ahara Nidra Bhayam Hetunam Samana Yesha Pushpinarana. These activities are same. Dharmo Yeka Diko Vishesha Dharme Nahi Pushpinarana. Try to understand your real nature. You are, and the Prabhupada never says, consciousness is the property of the soul. It says the consciousness is the symptom of the soul. Actually, you have to read Prabhupada books very carefully. It never says consciousness is the property of the soul. Consciousness belongs to the Lord, not to the soul. Consciousness is the soul. So that's what I am saying.
Consciousness cannot be separated from soul.
Correct. It is a symptom of the soul.
Characteristic of the soul.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say it's a characteristic. He says it's the symptom of the soul. You cannot imagine. That's why even attending class, I didn't know that. You have to learn like that. I didn't know that. Why we attend class? To learn. We didn't know that. The point is that the soul has its existence in relation to Krishna. Without connection to Krishna, soul doesn't have existence itself. Got it? Just like the watch. Again, try to understand. That's why you have to learn. You have to hear patiently, then you learn. Like a watch is there. Until I use the watch is just a piece of metal. It's not the soul is not existing. The soul is existing. But its nature, its glorious quality is not manifest unless it is connected to Krishna. Like a spark, unless it is connected to fire, it will not glitter. Correct? The spark will not glitter unless it is connected to fire. It cannot glitter. The watch can be of no use unless I use it. And similarly, I say this is paperweight. Now, unless paper is there, this is of no use. It is not a paper. Potentially, it is a paperweight. So potentially, soul has all the great qualities, but it cannot manifest unless it is connected to Krishna. Therefore, Prabhupada says consciousness means Krishna consciousness. Why did it say that? Prabhupada says or not? Consciousness means, therefore we have to hear carefully. He's telling so many things. See, when we are hearing Prabhupada books, if you already have an idea, I know, then you will not learn anything. Because then your own filter will try to see the book. When you look at the book, therefore Acharya, when you hear in the way that I don't know anything. And we hear, then you will say, I didn't know this. I didn't know this. Day by day, it's like a discovery. Because Acharya is from Vaikuntha. Shastra is just a medium for him to speak to. Our language, Shastra is limiting him. He is not limited actually, he is unlimited. The Shastra and our language he has to use. He is trying to express through that. So we have to understand this point. The soul gets its potentially, soul is glorious. Just like a watch is also glorious potential. So many things in that. But unless it is used by you, it is just a piece of weight. Paperweight can do some work. But unless you have paper, what is the use of this paper? Potentially it's a paper. But first get paper, no. Correct? So similarly, potentially, the soul is conscious. Correct? This consciousness, if it is not conscious, if it is not exhibiting its connection to Krishna, it is useless. It is useless actually. Completely useless. There is no utility in it. Now, to be used, correct, the watch, unless I use the watch, it has no utility. So unless the soul is engaged in Krishna consciousness, it has no utility. It's waste. It is as good as matter. Wasted. Nothing in it. There is no utility. Useless. Just like a watch, unless I use the watch, it has no meaning. It has any meaning? It has no meaning. It has some plastic and some metal. But if I use the watch, then it gets a meaning. So unless the soul is engaged in Krishna's service, it has no meaning. It is useless. You have to understand this fact. We should understand the fact that independent of being engaged in Krishna's service, we are useless. You have to understand it very deeply. And again keep meditating. The watch has no utility. So similarly, the soul glitters in Krishna consciousness. Correct? You think consciousness is my property. Consciousness is Krishna's property. Therefore, consciousness means Krishna consciousness. And so when the soul is connected to Krishna, not only connected to Krishna by your own force, you have to put one hand up and Krishna has to accept it. You cannot say, I am engaged in Krishna consciousness. No. Just like the watch. Unless Krishna accepts you, yes, Krishna notices you. And he accepts your service, our existence is useless. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj prays to Narasimha Deva, my Lord, when will you call me? That means, my Lord, when you will accept me. When Krishna accepts the soul in his devotional service, then actually, Prabhupada says, no, what is the difference? He says, I am also sitting on the sofa set. And an insect is also sitting. A Prabhupada says, I am your spiritual master. But a bug is a bug only. He knows only he can bite and take some breath. He can't do anything else, correct? Suppose a bug is sitting on a sofa set. And Prabhupada is giving an example, he is also sitting. But Prabhupada said, I am your spiritual master because I have developed my consciousness. He has not developed his consciousness. So living means Krishna conscious. Otherwise it's not living. The symptoms of life are not manifest till we become Krishna conscious. Just we are dragged, just like a ball is thrown here and there. Maya is kicking us also. Prabhupada said, like a football we are thrown here and there. Yeah? Just like we can go and kick a football flies here and there. Maya also kicks us and we thrown here and there. So our life, our freedom, everything manifest. Our all Krishna conscious beautiful qualities manifest. What is the freedom in material energy? There is no freedom. Prabhupada says, therefore, being pushed by material energy and embarrassed to do those sinful activities is not the cause. It is not, the soul is not manifesting its potential qualities at that point. Just like a watch is not manifesting its potential nature to give me time till I use it. If I don't use it, if I don't look at it, it's a waste. Correct? So unless Krishna looks at us, unless Krishna engages us, he uses us, we are waste. Therefore we have to offer to Krishna, Krishna please use me. Just like a garland, Krishna please accept. If Krishna accepts a garland, then the garland is beautiful. If Krishna doesn't accept, it is just a rope, waste. It has no meaning. It has no meaning. It has no existence is useless. So our existence is useless if we are not accepted by Krishna. Getting it's a difficult subject, but we have to understand it deeply. And just like a shirt is there, it is a piece of cloth only. Its existence is useless. Useless unless we wear it and then it is used. So similarly, we are also actually useless, completely useless, unless Krishna says yes, I will engage you. Just like a pen, it is a piece of wood only, correct? It potentially it can write, but unless I use it and write, it can't write on its own. A pen cannot write on its own, it's useless. But if you pick it up and start writing, then what happens? It potentially comes to manifest. So similarly, we cannot manifest. That Mayavadis try to manifest independent of Krishna, that's nonsense. We try to manifest, then we are a Mayavadis, impossible. We know unless Krishna picks it up and uses it, then only our real consciousness becomes manifest. We are actually part and parcel of Krishna. Take another example. I think you don't understand. Just like the sofa set is there. Now, if I take one piece of the sofa set, it is not a sofa set. It is a sofa set. It is not a sofa set. It is actually useless. But if I put it here and I use it, it develops some meaning. Otherwise, it has no meaning also. Now, if I take one piece of a cushion, is it sofa set? It is not a small sofa set also. It is nothing actually. So similarly, we have no meaning actually. Nothing we have. Unless we are accepted by Krishna and we are engaged by, we are used by Krishna. Therefore, Prabhupada says, we have to, Jiva has to cooperate in the enjoyment of the Lord. Otherwise, it is useless. And he says that, instead of trying to satisfy our own senses, we have to be engaged in the Krishna's circle. We have to cooperate. And Prabhupada says in the introduction of Bhagavad Gita, you are the cooperator. You are created and enjoyed, and you can only cooperate in Krishna's enjoyment. So when you agree to offer yourself, yes Krishna, use me in your enjoyment. Yes, just like the gopis, they were in the water, naked. Krishna says, come out, naked. They gave up the hesitation. Yes Krishna, let us be engaged, used for your pleasure. True, Krishna's pleasure, we should not start thinking is on our level. Krishna's pleasure is on transcendental level. Krishna's pleasure is on devotees' affection, that's all. He is Atmanama, he is Swarat, he is completely independent. But still, they give up their hesitation. Yes, let us be used for Krishna's pleasure. So, that is what the gopis never wanted their pleasure. They were interested in Krishna's pleasure. So that is a deep subject matter that we can understand. But first we have to understand our own existence. That my existence is only when I am engaged and used by Krishna. Otherwise, so this platform goes one by one. First platform is that we are born in human life. So Atahatu Brahmaji gets when we are born in a human life, therefore is in the beginning that I was telling you. It's a unique scripture. Any book means therefore should be at the end, no? You give a class and say, therefore we should chant Hare Krishna. You begin the class, therefore you should chant Hare Krishna means you're pre-assuming he knows that much. Correct? Why the scripture begins with therefore? You should end with therefore. It begins with therefore, there is a meaning that it needs many meanings, hundreds of meanings. It presupposes a minimum qualification. Just like you go to a college. Therefore, this time, that means they assume till 12th class had studied. Otherwise, why they are using therefore? So therefore, you have some basic qualification. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Because you are in a human form of life, Brahma Jigyasa should start. Ordinary Jigyasa, father, mother can fulfill. Papa, what is this? Papa, what is this? What is this? What is this? They can tell. What is the need of a guru for that? You don't need guru for that. When you have Brahma Jigyasa, Tasmat Guru Prabhadeta Jigyasu Shreya Shabde Pareja Nishtha Brahmani Tasma Shreya. So Guru is also not ordinary. Yesterday night we were developing that point. It's not ordinary. Guru Krishna Prasade by Bhakti Lata Bija. If the Guru is ordinary, then any idiot can give you Bhakti Lata Bija. It's not possible. And then again, who is the Guru? Shastra says Vaishnava is the Guru. Then Vaishnava is also not ordinary thing. Vaishnava is also not a Shatakadamani Guna Vipra Mandra Tantar Visharada Avaishnava Guru Nashya. We know some shlokas, we know some Shastra, we can quote from here. We are not a Vaishnava. Okay. Avaishnava Guru Nashya, Vaishnava Sampacha Guru. So it's not that I come from dog eater family, so I become Guru. No, that is also not a qualification. Just because you're born in a dog eater family, some people take like that. You're born in dog eater family. Sapacha Guru, Sapacha is Guru. Sapacha is Guru only if he's a Vaishnava. So Vaishnava is not an ordinary thing. Many times when devotee told, Prabhupada said that second initiation, be careful, don't give it to everybody. So one devotee told Prabhupada, Kamal Krishna or somebody, Prabhupada secretary, Prabhupada, you said that then we are Vaishnavas and Vaishnava is higher than a Brahmana, so what is there in it? Prabhupada said Vaishnava is a very big thing. Prabhupada released it. Vaishnava is like an adjective, it's a very big thing. So we can use it as a Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama, but generally when it comes to Guru, it becomes Uttama. Everybody cannot do that qualification. So it's not easy to understand. The Guru Krishna mercy you are getting, he is in touch with Krishna. Some idiot Guru is there, he will say my mercy is there, but there is no mercy of Krishna at that moment. So what is, you will misunderstand. Correct or not? There is no connection only between him and Krishna. He gives mercy, but Krishna doesn't care only. Then where Bhakti Lata Bija, some other Bija will come. Karma Bija, Jnana Bija, some other Bija will come. Bhakti Lata, Karma Bija. Karma Bija, when we get desire, I want to become rich, I want to work hard. Everybody has that in his heart. Thousands are there like that. Everybody has. I will do this, I will become famous like this. Like Jnana Bija, I will understand this, I will learn this. That is Jnana Bija. Where is Bhakti Lata Bija? Bhakti Lata Bija. Even though we have that Bija in our, that Bija if we have in the heart, somewhere we got mercy of a pure devotee. And Brahmanda Brahmite, Brahmanda means even in the Brahma Loka or any other Loka, you can't get a Vaishnava. It is not easy to get a Vaishnava. Otherwise, Brahmanda Brahmita, why didn't you get Guru Krishna? Bhakti Lata Bija. You went to Brahmanda, even Devatas are there. They are also Vaishnavas, but they are not Parama Vaishnavas. Correct? Otherwise, you would have got Brahmanda, you would have got. Instead of somebody would have given you Bhakti Lata Bija. He can't give, it doesn't have. No power or authority to give. Deva Bhakti Lata Thakur prays no. Oh Vaishnava Thakur, give me Krishna. So I am a Vaishnava Thakur, give him. Where you have first? First you have. Deva Prabhupada says, Narada is also, recently Narada is also addressed Bhagavan. Why? Bhagavan means he possesses all the opulences. But why Narada is Bhagavan? Because he possesses Krishna who possesses all the opulences. Therefore he is also Bhagavan. Very nicely Prabhupada defines. Shukadeva Goswami also sometimes referred as Bhagavan. Why? His great personality also referred. Because in indirect way they are also Bhagavan. They possess everything. Why? Because they possess Krishna who possesses everything. Correct? Bhagavan means what? Who possesses everything. Bhagavan means Bhagavan who possesses Bal. Bhagavan means he possesses everything. All the opulences he possesses. So a great devotee possesses everything. Particularly he possesses Krishna. That is why he possesses everything. So therefore we go to great Acharya, give me Krishna. Because he can give, he has. Now if you don't have, how will he give? So it's not ordinary to become a guru. It's not. First you have to understand what is Guru Tattva. Looking for a guru, yes, first understand what is guru. What is Guru Tattva is there, Shiva Tattva is there. It's a big topic actually. It requires a lot of understanding. But anyway, here it is said the first birth anybody can have is by father and mother. The next birth he has by a guru. But when he has that birth, when he actually has Brahma Jigyasa. Just like we had in the beginning normal Jigyasa. Yeah? Papa, how the apples come? Where they are come on the tree? Oh, I didn't know that. You're learning. That means you're learning. You say you know that, that means you're not learning. You say, I didn't know that. That means learning is happening. Correct? How do you get mangoes? That is another tree, beta. From that you get. Oh, I didn't know that. You're learning. Now, similarly, you get Brahma Jigyasa. Who am I? The Guru informs you. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Sanatana Goswami asked him, who am I? He doesn't say, Nainam Chintan Dishas. This is all external. This is all external property. He says, Jiva Swarupoye Krishnena Nityadasa. The identity of the soul is a servant of Krishna. That is his identity. Independent of that, he doesn't have identity itself. He didn't talk about other things. That's secondary. That can be added up later. But the real nature of the soul is what? He is a servant of Krishna. That is his. He doesn't have existence independent of that. Independent of that, it is just like matter. Useless it is. Useless it is. Jiva's Swarupa is that he is a servant of Krishna, that he is just like a watch. Independent of my using it, it is just a piece. Potentially it can serve me. But if I don't use it, so soul potentially can serve Krishna. But unless it is engaged in Krishna's service, it is useless. So the Swarupa, he says the original nature of the soul is, he is a servant of Krishna. Why did he talk about other things? Why didn't he say the whole thing? He didn't say. It's not that he is not accepting. He is accepting. He is Mahaya. He is sāvitra. That's fine. But the real identification of the soul is the servant of Krishna. Krishner Nitya Dasa. And then in that position, the soul, just like a spark, if it thinks it has an existence, the spark can't move, it is dead. In symbolism, the spark is only limited. The spark can't move. Suppose you got a spark which moves. So that is what the jiva is. So when we can go, spirit soul, when it goes to the fire or it goes to the Supreme Lord and engage in a service, the sparks start glittering when it touches fire. So our real nature of glittering in spiritual happiness comes when we are engaged in Krishna's service as a servant. Otherwise the spark is pushed when it lies. The soul potentially can glitter and full Krishna consciousness. But if it is not engaged in Krishna's service, that is not his Swarupa. Then he is losing his actually very existence. Potentially it can come to that platform. But at this moment, no, it is not in that existence. So the first birth comes when we have father and mother, everybody. And the normal knowledge, how to eat, how to sleep, how to mate, how to defend. Animals also teach, our parents also teach. To that level, their work is over. Normal path. Sometimes it is possible, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was also in one sense the spiritual master of Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada, because that is different. So the second platform is when we come to we have Brahma Jigyasa. When you have Brahma Jigyasa, then the Guru teaches. I didn't know that. We have to understand what's the platform of the Guru. He is from Vaikuntha, otherwise he is not a Guru. Prabhupada said Guru means he can be resident. There was one person. So what happened that his mother had visited him in America. She came back and she started chanting 16 Rasraj Prabhu. His mother, said what to do, whole day I'm sitting at home. She was also chanting 16. She came back to India, again she was chanting 16. So you should read Bhagavatam. He said, I'm reading. He said, no, but somebody, you should read proper Bhagavatam. So what is the difference? That is also Bhagavatam, this is also Bhagavatam. He said, I tell you the difference. Very interesting. He said, see, my sister is there. Now she knows about America. Yeah, she knows. I told her something. But has she seen Americans? And you know about America. Now when you describe and her describe, is there a difference or not? Yes, there is a lot of difference. I have seen it. Because she had come to stay with him for some time. She was doing job like, so many Indians go abroad and work for some time. So similarly, when a person explains who has seen Krishna, and we explain who are theorizing and speaking Krishna, there is a lot of difference. Lot of difference. Similarly, we can be connected to Krishna by somebody who has seen Krishna, who knows Krishna. If somebody doesn't know, how you go to connect? You ask somebody, please introduce me. And he says, yeah, introduce, I know him. But if you don't know, how will you introduce? It's like you know this, what we introduce, some garbage politician. We have some work to be get done. And you want to go to this garbage politician, but how do you go? What to do? You have to accept the reality somehow. That also blessing of Krishna, but real blessing of Krishna is bhakti, not power. But anyway, Prabhupada says give due respect. So you have to go. So you have to know somebody you can introduce, because otherwise you can't meet, he is very busy. You can't meet him. Somebody says, yes, I know him. But it takes him. If you go to his house, but he's just walking in, he knows everybody. And he's sitting and the politician. He said, please meet him. So similarly, if you have to be introduced to Krishna, there has to be somebody who knows Krishna. Otherwise it is not possible. It is not possible. There is no process. That process doesn't exist. So the second birth actually comes from a spiritual master who knows Krishna. Therefore, Shraddha. Shraddha also comes in association of it. Or from Purva Karma, some Ajఞā Sukriti, somehow we are Shraddha. If I serve Krishna in the life and so on. Then Sadhu Sangha, this is a sadhu. We come to an acharya. Actually, sadhu sangha, if you go strictly, it means an acharya. We are what we are. The sadhus, so many lakshanas are given in the Bhagavatam. We don't have a single lakshana actually. Therefore, the person, even he meets that nothing happens to him. Anartha nivritti also doesn't happen. Because Prabhupada says, Shraddha sadhu sangha bhajana kriya. Prabhupada says, bhajana kriya means diksha. This is diksha. Prabhupada says sometimes. They come to us and say they want initiation every day. Correct? That is bhajana kriya. Then actually, this is the bhajana kriya. Initiated by a spiritual master. And then the bhajana kriya starts. And then next, when he is continuing, he has taken the shelter of a pure devotee and he is hearing him and chanting the holy names of God. And then next, when the purification has happened and he has come to Sattva-guna, because Gayatri Mantra can only chant it in the Sattva-guna, otherwise it is no benefit. When it comes to Sattva-guna, then at that moment he is engaged further. He is engaged further in the service to the deities and doing homas, other Pancharatrika Vidhi. This has been kept strict. Even kitchen Prabhupada is saying, only person should enter who is second initiated. This was actually the highest standard Prabhupada wanted. Many times he expressed it. This is what was his desire. So this is, therefore the three stages are there. But despite the opportunity attaining such birth, even if one gets a lifespan of a demigod, if it does not engage in the service of the Lord, everything is useless. Everything is useless. The same thing, the watch, if it is not used by me, it is useless. So even of so-called births you took, you were initiated by, the soul is useless. The soul has no meaning. Just like a screw, one of the ground properties so many times, it is useless. You will not get one paisa also. And sitting on the mic, I take it and I attach it and I use it, then this screw becomes useful. Unless I use the mic is also useless. Potentially it can amplify my voice, but if I don't use it, its existence has no use. Similarly, my Lord, if I don't use me, I am useless. Useless in another way. Use for what? Not for me, for Krishna. If Krishna uses me, I am useful. If Krishna does not use me, I am useless. If I don't use, it is useless. If I use pen, it is useful. So for whom it is useful and useless? We are so much personally focused on our own self. Everything is useful or useless depending upon whether I am happy or not happy. Correct? Useful and useless depends upon Krishna's platform. Prabhupada says that if the soul does not engage in the Krishna service, it is a disease condition of the soul. It's in a disease condition. And so in that way we should be engaged in Krishna service. If one does not actually engage in service of the Lord, everything is useless. Similarly, one's activities may be mundane or spiritual, but they are useless if they are not meant for satisfying the Lord. But you cannot satisfy the Lord unless He accepts it. You cannot forcefully say, Krishna, I want to satisfy you. No. Then where are the prayers? Therefore we don't pray. Because we have this understanding, I am chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna is accepting. Hare idiot, why he has to accept? He doesn't have to accept. Prabhupada Chaitanya Charitamrita said, for billions of births you can chant. If Krishna doesn't accept, it's no use. You keep chanting. So pray to Krishna, my Lord, please accept. Some service I am offering to you. There is no devotion and there is no quality, nothing in it. Please, if you can accept. My Lord, if you can accept the service that I am offering to you, my existence becomes useful. Otherwise, I am existing for nothing. My whole existence is existing for nothing. I am simply existing useless. Just like a screw is praying, can you pick me up and use me? Otherwise, I am existing uselessly. Correct? Watch is praying, can you pick me up and put in your hand? Otherwise, my existence has no meaning only. So these Mayavadis make a big, great blunder. They think they can exist independent of Krishna. Therefore, they fall down. Because that is not the natural state. That is not the Swarupa of the soul. Swarupa of the soul is not the soul is conscious. The Swarupa of the soul is eternal servant of Krishna. That is the Swarupa of the soul. So in that way we can understand so many. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.